Greetings and salutations, it's Ian aka Crazy Kurt. I'm back. This is part 8 of Mass Effect 3. And as you'll remember, the last one we went down the tunnel and found the Arachne, released the Queen and all that good stuff. And we picked the next location we were going to go. So let's get straight on with it. Let's not mess about. We're going to speak with the Quarians. Remember we left the ship here? As we'd be ready, so let's get on with it. Right, Quarian envoy ship. This diplomatic frigate is like no Quarian ship on record. Its hull is relatively low temperature and it appears to be venting heat in a manner similar to that of the Normandy when it comes out of stealth mode. How the Quarians developed this high-tech vessel is unknown, but its hailing frequencies are open and welcoming messages are being tight-beamed to the Normandy.
Commander Shepard, a pleasure to see you again, though I wish it were under better circumstances.
I'd hoped for your support in the fight against the Reapers. What's going on?
17 days ago, with precision strikes on 4 Geth systems, the Quarians initiated the war to retake our homeworld.
Which was a clear violation of our agreement with the Council to avoid provoking the Geth.
A treaty violation is nothing compared to recovering our homeworld and advanced AI technology.
Your homeworld? You mean Rannoch?
Correct, Commander. 300 years ago, we lost our world to our own AI creations, the Geth.
After we attempted to kill them.
We didn't try to kill them, Chorus. We tried to deactivate them. It wasn't murder.
The Quarians.
No, it was murder.
Commander, the Quarians never intended to create a true AI. It was an accident.
Which you chose to correct by trying to kill them.
Don't bother. Admitting we were wrong would undercut the justification for this suicidal invasion plan.
Invading was a mistake.
You're throwing yourselves at the Geth? Again?
And this time, we may have destroyed our people for good.
We'd driven the Geth back to the home system, when this signal began broadcasting to all Geth ships.
The Reapers.
Under Reaper control, the Geth are significantly more effective. Our fleet is pinned in the home system. If we're going to win,
Win? You insisted on involving the civilian ships, Admiral Gerrel. We need to retreat or we'll lose the live ships.
Where's the signal coming from?
Here. A Geth dreadnought. It can outgun anything we've got, and it's heavily defended.
The Normandy stealth drive can get us in undetected. I could board, then disable the Reaper command signal.
Yes, cutting off the signal should throw the Geth into complete disarray.
And while they're confused, you get to a mass relay and retreat.
Good. Our civilian ships have seen too much fighting already. Are you certain you can disable the signal?
We'll get you out of there safely, Admiral.
Our newest Admiral has also volunteered to offer technical expertise.
Talizora Vas Normandy, reporting for duty.
Glad you could make it, Tally. Admirals, I'll ready a team to hit that dreadnought.
Thank you, Commander.
Admiral?
It's mostly a formality. I'm an expert on the Geth.
That you are.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I'm glad you're here.
I want to help.
If I'd known it was this bad, I would have come sooner.
You've had your own troubles. I'm sorry about Earth. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy. If you can help us, we'll hit the Reapers with everything we've got. Or however much is left from this stupid war.
I thought you'd support the invasion.
No. After talking to Legion, I thought maybe there was a chance for peace.
So why help them?
I'm an admiral. People look to me for guidance. Public disagreement would divide the fleet.
I'll get your people out of here safely, Tali.
Thanks, Shepard. And just so you know, I need to keep things strictly business in front of the admirals. If you'd like to catch up, let's talk somewhere private.
Sure thing.
I'm
wonder
ready
what she
to
means
hit
by
that
that.
dreadnought whenever you are.
Where the heck is it? I fell into the scan. Nothing? It's literally just there. Quite enough loud. Right, scans of the Geth Dreadnought orbiting Rannoch reveal an intimidating array of features, from an improved main gun and ultraviolet anti-ship lasers to increased thruster output. The Geth workforce never demands rest, wages, or autonomy, and in the creation of their flagship they were limited only by time and raw materials. The damage inflicted by the Quarian fleet appears minor at best. Okay, so it looks like we're forced to have Tali. We'll take Garrus with us. Might as well stick 4 points on the frag grenade. Damage or radius? Damage is already quite high. Oh, damage. I can't not pick damage, that's the thing. Right, I've got no points left.
We're approaching the Quarian home system. ETA to Rannoch, 5 minutes.
What have you got from the comm buoys?
Pretty much a big old shitstorm, Commander.
I have detected several hundred unique ship signatures engaged in active combat.
Yeah, like I said.
Take us in, Joker.
Ooh.
Stealth drive engaged. Only way they'll detect us is if you all start singing the Russian national anthem.
Once we're aboard, we find whatever's broadcasting the Reaper signal and shut it down. Tali's our expert on Geth software. She'll be handling hacking and security.
Good to have you back, Tali. And maybe with another Dextro aboard, they'll get better Turian food.
As long as it's sterilized.
Dr. Michonne did get me some Dextro Amino chocolate. You're welcome to it once we're back.
She got you Turian chocolate?
She said she saw it and thought of me. Why?
Oh, nothing.
Shepard, there's a problem. All tubes except one are physically secured.
I see the free one. Pretty torn up, though.
Too risky for the whole team. I'll secure the docking area. Everyone else can follow me over.
Roger that, Commander. We'll just stay here. You know, quietly.
Hang tight. It'll just be a minute.
Okay, so...
No wonder the Quarians were having trouble. That ship is enormous.
It is 30% larger than an Alliance dreadnought.
Lovely.
How are you doing, Shepard?
The lack of gravity is a little disorienting.
The Dreadnought has artificial gravity. You should be okay once you're on board.
Until then, I'll make do with mag boots.
Hey, take your time, Commander. We're fine until they, look out a window.
Geth don't use windows, remember? Structural weakness.
Like the Geth are just sitting there saying, those organics would never try the no windows thing twice.
Ghouls, this is not the most riveting part of the game. I can't even jump across. Oh. What the heck is that?
Looks like the rest of the team isn't using the docking tube.
So I'm guessing you'd rather not solo the Dreadnought.
Not if I can help it. Ask Tali to get on the Dreadnought schematics. If she can point me at another docking tube, I'll override the controls and let the boarding party on.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh. Okay. Don't start this again, Shepard. Well, it hasn't been too bad so far. I haven't met anything. Not that could kill me anyway. Oh. Oh, I don't know if make your eyes go
I found
funny.
another airlock. I think we're good to go.
Great. If you override the controls, we'll be right there.
Okay. Now, we have the choice, up or down. Let's go down first, just check along. Ah, guest data. We shall salvage that. See, it's a good job we went down first. Otherwise you'd have missed out on those credits. And we don't want to miss out on our credits, do we? No. Eventually I want to buy some stuff. I don't know what to buy yet.
Got it. You're clear to board. See any action? All quiet so far. They haven't detected us yet.
Here, let me see if I can get this open. In the meantime, take a look at this. There, it's open. We're clear to go.
Arc pistol.
Looks impressive.
It's Admiral Zen's design. It transmits an energy pulse on contact that disrupts shields and synthetics.
That'll be handy.
How come I don't get a new gun?
So where are we headed?
We're looking for an operations center. I can disable the Reaper command signal from there.
Where's the closest one?
Past their defense network and through a sensor cluster. God, vents. Always the vents.
You did fine at the collector base.
I got set on fire.
Maybe should take that.
Guardian anti-fighter lasers. Looks like they're using ultraviolet frequencies, like the Solarians.
Expensive. Bet it gives them an edge in close combat, though.
When the fleet rushed the Dreadnought, those lasers carved right through our ships.
Come on, let's get to the op center before they lose more.
Watch out! Get incoming!
Ow. Okay.
Stay sharp. More on the way. I don't hear an alarm.
They're guests. They sent alerts to every unit on this ship. We need to get to the operations center before they drop us in.
Alright, let's go.
They're throwing their lives away.
Network intelligence. As we kill them, their attacks become more aggressive.
Disable their shields.
And don't give them time to recharge.
Ow. Okay. I seem to have lost where we're heading to. Oh, over here. Salvage the data.
Look, the signal's hitting all Geth processes. The Reapers have them completely under control.
We've tried jamming it, hacking it, and piggybacking garbage data to corrupt it. Nothing worked.
Sensor data. Any sign of how the Quarians are doing?
We're taking heavy losses. The Geth have a planetary defense cannon. It's ripping through our fleet.
Is there anything we can do to help them?
Just make their sacrifice worthwhile.
Why do we need to find the operations center? Wouldn't any access console do?
No. Anything we do here, the Geth could counter. Too many fault checks and redundancy levels for what we need to do. The Dreadnought's Operations Center is just ahead.
Good. Let's get the Reaper signal and get the fleet out of here.
The Hunters are moving in!
Couldn't hide from that. Watcher 6, at least one hunter still active.
That's the last of them. Let's see if that console is operational.
Youch! Could you man wearing flameproof suit? Well, at least flameproof undies. Salvage the data first.
We need to hurry! My people are getting torn apart out there!
Alright, chill! Jeez! You're a very cranky alien.
Damn it! They've locked down the Reaper signal. We can't shut it down from here in the Operations Center. There! The Reaper signal's coming from the drive core.
So if we get there, we shut it down?
Right, but how do we get there? The Geth have sealed emergency bulkheads to block us off. We need a route to the drive core that can't be blocked. A path that runs the length of the ship.
What about the main battery? It runs right by the drive core.
That could work.
But?
The Geth still have us locked in here. We need to get these doors open. They've locked high-level processes. We need something basic. A ship-wide emergency. Like a fire.
What about the heat diffusion system?
Wait, if I faked a thermal warning, it would open all maintenance tubes for emergency venting.
Would that override the lockdown?
Yes. Okay, I've got it primed. But be ready. I'm reading hostile Geth on the other side of the doors.
Great.
Watch out, they're dropping in!
There could be close hunters as well.
Heads up, more on the way.
Let's get to the maintenance shaft before more reinforcements arrive.
Oh, it's just ammo. Ugh. Okay, so...
I've served on a lot of ships, but nothing like this. The contours are all off. It's not built for organics.
Shouldn't be too much farther to the main battery. I'm surprised they'd send you on this mission, Tali.
Even Admirals are expected to serve. I'm better at hacking than I am ordering ships around.
Yeah, against an enemy dreadnought, your combat drone would just float there making that noise.
I missed you too, Garrus.
Okay. Looks like we'll have to go down the ladder. I bet you're wondering how I saw that. Okay, where are we now? Oh, another ladder. Oh, yay. Are them two coming, or are they leaving me to it? Oh, there's Garrus. Come on, Tali, you're supposed to be the hacker.
Damn it. Priority message. A planetary defense cannon just took down Admiral Chorus's ship.
Survivors?
They got to escape pods, and they've got Admiral Ron trying to establish a secure link.
Put her through.
Shepard, this is Ron. The enemy fleet is collapsing. I don't know how much longer we can hold out.
We'll have the Reaper signal deactivated shortly, Admiral.
The heck was that? Whatever it was, there's another one. Gonna get down this way, it looks safest.
We should be okay if we stay in cover. More incoming. I think they figured out what we're doing.
Oh, I just took a hell of a hit.
Up above, too.
want to buy us time. No way they'll fire with that maintenance lock in place. Let's move.
Nice. Hello, Larry. Oof. Oh.
Guns coming back online. Come on, let's get out of here.
Ooh, that was close.
Cut that a little close.
Watch your shield! Step to cover!
Youch! Can I quit doing that? Ow! Too late when I saw it was a trip mine. Ah. What the? Better crouch down a bit. Get a bit of health back. I have got to get off here. Ha. Ow. Where is he? He's behind there, isn't he? Ow! Oh, he can survive okay there, but I can't. That makes sense. Okay, where have we got to go? Up here. And then down here. I cannot see what's going on here. Can you stop doing that and actually get cover? Oh, Garrus! Oh, great. This what happened now. I don't know how I've survived. Get in. Oh god, that wasn't fun. Oh, seems a bit more quiet in here. There's something around the corner. That's more credits.
Shepard! Grab my hand! Hang on.
I'm all right.
We think. Or we hope. If this is going to be a good stream.
Good. Hopefully we're done with elevators. Come on. The drive course shouldn't be far.
I presume it's round this way. Yes, it's up this ladder. Hopefully they don't unbolt it from where it's attached.
That's definitely Reaper tech. But what's...
Shepard Commander, help us.
Legion. Good to see you, Legion. We'll have you out of there in no time.
Shepard, wait. The Geth are being controlled by the Reaper signal.
Right. This thing.
So for all we know, Legion is with them. Maybe it sided with the Reapers voluntarily. Or maybe it's hacked.
I trust Legion.
Legion helped us fight the Reapers before. There's no way it would have agreed to this.
Your caution is understandable. Once freed, we will submit to any restraints you deem necessary.
I never thought I'd say this, but it's good to see you again.
Likewise, Creator Zora.
So what is this thing?
It uses our networking architecture to broadcast the old machine command signal to all Geth simultaneously.
Then getting you out of there will shut off the Reaper signal.
Wait, you cannot simply remove the restraints. We are secured via hardware blocks nearby that shackle our operating protocols. The hardware blocks are on the far side of the room.
Far side of the room, you said?
Yes, deactivation should be simple. The Geth protected them against viral attack, not physical removal.
How'd the Reapers get control of the Geth?
They did not. The Creators attacked. The Geth wished to live. The old machines extended an offer.
So we went to that Geth station and rewrote the heretics for what? Nothing?
No, you successfully rewrote the heretics. The decision to ally with the old machines was difficult. Had the Creators not attacked, it would have been unnecessary.
We'll have you out of there soon.
Sounds like they only joined the Reapers because the Quarians attacked.
Nothing excuses an alliance with the Reapers. They could have found another way.
Some would say the same about Turians curing the Genophage and allying with the Krogan.
Damn it! I begged them to negotiate rather than attack. I did.
Let's just get Legion out of there. Got it.
Tully Zora, the signal is about to go offline.
This is Admiral Han Gerrel. We're in your debt.
Hardware blocks offline. We are free. gesture of cooperation, we have disabled the Dreadnought's drive core. All weapons and barriers are offline. Alert! Geth reinforcements incoming!
Why couldn't this just be easy? God's sake, that was terrible. Oh, that was no better. Come on. That damn rocket trooper won't naff off. How much more? Ow. Whoa! I guess you could say that was an explosive ending. Explosive ending. Oh, I like it. Oh, oh Lord.
Evacuate.
We need to get to the escape pods.
Geth transmit intelligences via remote signal. We do not use escape pods.
Suggestions?
Geth fighters are docked in a portside fighter bay. We can pilot a fighter to safety.
God's sake.
Hold fire. I repeat, hold fire.
They're not
Oh! Ah! Oh, I bet that hurt. That'll definitely leave a mark in the morning. Ow.
Let's go!
They're closing the door! Double time, people!
Hurry! We're losing the environmental field!
We'll make it!
Normandy to Shepard, reading a loss of gravity. You okay over there?
Fine. We're leaving in a Geth fighter, transmitting rendezvous coordinates.
Does the storage compartment have adequate room, Shepard Commander?
We're fine. Go.
Just waggle the wings or something so I know which one is you.
Waggle the wings. Which one is it? And there's a trophy called Party Crasher.
They fired on the Dreadnought while you were on board?
They were supposed to pull their fleet out safely. Instead...
I know. Admiral Garrow's been causing trouble along the Turian border for years. But I can understand their desperation. We only lost Earth a few weeks back.
We haven't lost Earth yet.
We need help, Shepard. We need a fleet. And the Quarians have the biggest one out there.
I'll get it, Admiral.
Your unilateral strike endangered us all. I should charge you with treason.
I was within my authority as Admiral of the Heavy Fleet.
And what of Shepard? And Talizora?
They escaped unharmed. Shepard, the mission parameters changed. You're military. You understand that.
You did the right thing. Just give me a heads up next time.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad there's at least one other soldier in the room. I've got to get back to the Heavy Fleet. Ron, we'll talk later.
Boshtet. You must understand. The Geth inflicted heavy casualties before you disabled the Reaper signal.
You said they have a planetary defense cannon?
Had. Admiral Koris sacrificed his own ship to destroy it. He crash-landed on the home world.
The Normandy can assist with rescue efforts.
Thank you, Commander. I think the worst is over. The Geth no longer possess the programming upgrades they had while enslaved by the Reapers.
Shepard Commander, we are prepared to offer assistance.
What the hell is this?
Wait. Everybody calm down. Its name is Legion. It helped me destroy the Collectors. The Reapers were using Legion like a signal booster to broadcast commands from the Dreadnought. We freed him.
We freed it. This is a fascinating prototype. With some study, I may be able to use it to find a weakness in the Geth consensus.
No.
Legion helped me in the fight against the Collectors.
So did your pistol. Should I worry about its feelings?
I don't think you want to continue this line of thought, Admiral. Legion is my friend. More importantly, it's our best source of information on the Geth.
The scientific benefits
are off the table.
What can you tell us about the Geth? How will they react without Reaper guidance?
This is a false assumption. You have cut off long-range control, but the old machines placed a base on Rannoch for short-range direction.
The Geth still have Reaper upgrades?
Correct. They are currently disorganized, but once the short-range signal is in place, they will recover.
Kila, I need to warn the fleet. Then, coordinate with Garrow. Move!
We need to take out the Reaper base. Where's it located?
Unknown.
Find it.
Understood. We do know the location of a server from which Geth fighter squadrons are controlled. The squadrons are targeting Creator live ships. Disabling them will limit casualties. We offer assistance.
Thanks.
The Strategorian firepower once kept the entire armies in check. Now the Hierarchy's vast fleet and numerous soldiers are needed to win the largest galactic war. Okay.
Edie, can you clean this up?
We've lost barriers. Our comm system is jammed. Can anyone hear this? We have Geth fighters incoming. Please, if anyone can hear this, we need help. We have hull breaches. Life support failing.
Nothing there for interest.
I know we need allies, but it's tough to only fight Geth when the Reapers have taken half the galaxy.
Without the fleet, we lose our supply lines. Lose your supply lines, you lose the war every time. Commander, we've got reports of trouble at a Turian fuel depot on Scion. I've updated the galaxy map.
God. Have we got any emails? Yeah, we got 3. The cure from Malin Heplon. Commander Shepard, I've just heard the news you cured the genophage and that some of the females from my experiments were involved. I can't tell you how good this makes me feel. There hasn't been an hour I've not thought about what happened on Tuchanka and wondered if I did the right thing. The news validates all the pain my experiments caused. I hope one day to meet the females again and ask for their forgiveness. After you convinced Dr. Solus to spare me, I took his advice and opened a clinic on Omega. I thought it would make amends for what suffering I caused. I had to leave when word got back to Clan Warlock, and they put a bounty on my head for failing to deliver a cure. Maybe now they'll leave me alone. I guess this is the second time you saved my life, Commander. With sincere appreciation. Something important to tell you. I need to do this in person. Can you meet me in the Commons? I'll send a nav point. No vids this time, I promise, Miranda. From Liara to Sony. Shepard, I've been working on something I'd like to show you. Can we meet in your quarters when you have a moment? Liara. Well, let's go to my quarters now then. See what she's got to show me. Phew.
Tali, I'm free if you'd like to come up.
I'll just be a moment.
Thanks for asking me up. I couldn't talk freely in front of Ron.
You okay?
No, I'm really not. 17 million lives are riding on me. And I don't know if I can save them.
It's not your responsibility.
You're doing everything you can. If the fleet falls, it won't be because of you.
I helped my father and Zen's ideas, the new tech that made an invasion too good to pass up, that's based on my father's work. If they die because of me, if I don't...
We'll get them out of there safely, Tali.
I couldn't do this without you, Shepard. I feel like I'm bluffing, trying to convince them that the Admiral's daughter knows what she's doing.
Not the Admiral's daughter. The Admiral.
I know. And at least now, I can push back against the worst ideas. That's why I accepted the position. And because of you.
Me?
When they offered me this position, I asked myself what you'd do. I thought you'd take the chance to make things better. That probably sounds stupid. It's just, I know I'm not really qualified for this.
You're doing fine, Tim. And thanks.
I should get back before the Admirals get into trouble again. I'll talk to you later.
Liara, you had something you wanted to discuss in my cabin?
Yes, I'll be right up.
I don't know why all these females want to get in my cabin.
Come on in.
Thank you. Could we sit? I've been thinking about the knowledge we gathered on the Reapers, and how easily it could be lost again. So, I put a plan in motion to preserve things for the future.
What's this?
A record of the galaxy. Information on the Reapers, relays, different cultures, and blueprints of the Crucible. But there's one entry I wanted your opinion on.
Which one?
Your own. I'd be honored to have your input. How would you like history to remember you?
You sure it will?
50,000 years is a long time for a computer to sit around.
Please, I was an archaeologist. I know what I'm doing. I'm encasing these records in time capsules and seeding copies on multiple planets. And while it's not foolproof, the VI I'm installing has every translation and linguistics program I could find.
So it's an information guide like Vigil on Ilos?
Yes, I've been preparing it for some time.
And it will be a privilege to guide the future discoverers of these records. Have you decided what you would like Dr. T'Soni to write in your entry, Commander?
Make me inspiring. I'd like her to do so.
You know me well enough to fill in the blanks, Liara.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'd like it to be your call.
I'll start by saying Commander Shepard was born on Earth and fought harder than anyone else for his homeworld. Shepard could handle any weapon in the galaxy. The Alliance never saw a deadlier soldier. He was a soldier and a leader, one who made peace where he could. And it was a privilege to know him.
Careful, this doesn't sound like a diary.
I can't help myself. You're a good friend, Shepard.
So are you.
You've been there for me too, Liara.
No, I haven't. I wish I could have joined you back on Ilium.
You made up for it.
Well, I suppose I did just write your name in the stars.
Well, I don't think there's anyone else wants. No. Let's get back. Let's get another mission on the burn. Whew. Right, where to next? Save the Admiral. Oh, we may as well stay here and do this one. We've got a double one here. Save the Admiral and shut down the Geth server. Why not? Let's start by saving the Admiral. Although its orange sun is only about 90% the mass of Sol and half as luminous, Rannoch is an arid by Earth standards because it formed closer to its star and has slightly less ocean coverage. Photosynthetic life is concentrated around rivers and oceans, with large expanses of desert in between. The importance of plant life and shade in an ancient Quarian culture is evident in the translation of Rannoch's name, Walled Garden. To a starship's sensors, which is easy for me to say, the most obvious feature of the Quarian homeworld is the numerous heat sources in orbit. Thousands of Geth space stations watch over the planet. Somewhere in this artificial swarm of constructions lurks the Geth Armada, waiting for its moment to counterattack. Population unknown. Quarian estimates on the number of Geth range from tens of millions to the single-digit billions. Estimates on the number of Geth consciousness stored in the servers are far higher. Right, let's go save the Admiral. Who am I taking with me? Don't know if to take Tali. Yeah, we'll take Tali. James can stay and do a workout while he's waiting. Oh, 4 more points. I don't think I can. No, I can't spend 4 points. Everything costs 5. Balls. Garrus has cost. Garrus has got 6. And now he's only got 1. Oh, of course she's got. Right, boosts power. Right, so I think we'll start with this because she's going to need health. We don't want to go in there with nothing. Right. Increase of okay, we get this done as quick as possible. Oh, I just need 1 more point. Well, that looks a lot better anyway. Right, let's go and rescue the Admiral.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zan. Have you reached Salcoris' escape pod?
Not yet. What's your status?
The civilian fleet has taken significant losses since Salcoris sacrificed his ship to destroy a Geth ground cannon. Searching for their lost Admiral is the only thing keeping the captains from panicking.
Where's Chorus of
Makes finding the Admiral a priority.
Despite opposing the invasion, he did an admirable job protecting our civilian ships. Without him, some of our non-combatants are planning to leave the flotilla. Picture the consequences, if you will.
They've lost a leader in a war they didn't want.
Their wants are immaterial. We are committed. Even Zalcoris understood the civilian fleet's importance. The invasion would be stalled without a supply chain, after all.
Then protect your
I'll
civilians.
do what I can. Keep your civilians safe.
I make no promises. My own ships must be coordinated for our final strike on Rannoch.
I'm getting some static.
It appears Zalcoris crashed within range of a Geth jamming tower. You must disable it to contact it. Be sure to proceed with caution.
Zen? Admiral Zen?
Well, this should make things interesting.
We'll see in a minute. Take us in to the tower.
We're taking fire. The Geth installed anti-aircraft guns beside the jamming tower.
We'll have to disable them on foot. Once the guns are gone, you take out the tower.
Right, Commander. Setting you down here.
My people have been in exile for centuries. To be standing here in the land of my ancestors.
Yes, standing here in the land of your ancestors.
Jamming towers. Clever. But if we just towed in some asteroids.
You want to drop meteors on Rannoch? You'd make it unlivable.
The dust would settle, and you've already got the suits.
How on earth are we gonna get... I don't suppose I'm looking for a ladder here, am I? Okay.
They came so far.
We need to radio Zalcoris if we're gonna find him. Let's get to that jamming tower.
You all right?
Ouch.
I'm okay. Watch out for more mines.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Get below us.
I think it's not that low. Quit it with that rocket launcher. don't like those rocket launchers. They do not do some damage.
There's gas dropping in.
That one was still moving just a second ago. I'm sure he was moving. Whoa! Oh, trip mine. I was so busy concentrating on... Yeah, the one that's disappeared. I didn't notice the trip mine. Okay, up here maybe? Nope. Up here maybe then.
AA guns ahead of us.
Get down.
Let's look at the gun's console. We should be able to disable it. One of us needs to take those AA guns offline.
Oh.
Tally, you take the guns.
No problem.
Dropping gas!
Oh, he's just gone bang.
The AA gun is offline.
Good. Now let's shut down the two by the tower.
Ah, you didn't catch me that time. Nice thought, but it didn't work. More credits.
You heard my message. Set out this
What are you doing here?
This place is filled with gas. You should have hidden.
I thought I could buy the other civilians time. Fight some death. There were so many. First time I needed a helmet gun.
Stay still.
Don't move. We've got Medi-gel.
I lost much blood. Go. Look for the animal. Destroy the jamming tower. Right away.
We'll find him, Dorn. I promise.
Please. Listen. The civilian fleet didn't want this war. If there's even a chance that Admiral Gorus can get us out alive. And my son. Tell him. Jonah. That his father made it to the whole world.
We will. Rest well, Dornhazd Vastremak.
Let's get to that tower.
Gonna assume we go this way. Yeah. How on earth are we gonna get up there? Hey? Anyone thread down a ladder? Even if it's just a rope ladder, I'll be happy with that. That's the guy we just spoke to. Oh, we're lost. Again. What's new? We seem to be... Oh, it's so much easier when you know where you're going. Oh. Can we climb up here? Or maybe we could just go the way we were meant to go. Okay. Disable the AA guns. This doesn't sound like it's going to be very easy, but we'll do it. Well, we'll try anyway. Oh, we got friends. Ow! Oh, it's Garrus! Oh, that thing's shooting at me. We need to disable.
Look at the gun's console. We should be able to disable it.
Well, you hope you can. Otherwise, we could be in some serious hot water.
Who do you want on this gun, Shepard?
Garrus, take care of it.
You bet.
If you'd get out of his way.
That turret, Shepard. Get them down.
Not the news I was wanting to hear, but
Another minute. AA gun offline, Shepard.
Let's get the last one.
Guess by the door!
Who should disable the gun, Shepard?
I want you on this, Tally.
Right.
Ow, ow, ow. Hot, hot.
Almost done.
You're not even... Oh, you are. I was going to say, you're not even doing anything. How can you be almost done when you're not doing anything? Get a move on. Ow.
Done. This gun's offline.
I'll signal the shuttle.
Oh, look out. There's big chunks of it coming down.
This is Commander Shepard. Gordon didn't make it, Admiral.
He didn't? I see.
I'm coming in with the shuttle. Where are you?
My surviving crew found their way to a clearing. I'll upload their location.
Stay together. We'll meet you there.
No, the Geth have cut me off. I hear another wave approaching.
We're coming.
Give us your coordinates.
Leave me. My crew will soon be overrun.
So will you.
My people are non-combatants, Shepard. They'll be slaughtered. Rescue them.
We need a peacemaker.
Admiral, I need you leading the civilian fleet if we're going to end this fight.
Civilians, our entire race took up arms for this insanity. It's too late for us.
It's only too late if you die down here.
You can't possibly think you can stop this war.
I don't know. What I do know is that I can't do it without your help.
Ancestors, forgive me. Uploading my coordinates.
We're coming.
There's the Admiral! We have to hurry!
I've got this! You're clear! Go! Geth behind you! Get in cover! Clear! Go!
Admiral, come on! Welcome aboard.
Shepard, my crew. Perhaps there's still time. Hello? This is Zalcoris. Does anyone copy? Hello?
We've got to go.
I pray they found comfort in the homeworld skies.
We all do.
Unrest has spread further than I thought. You were right that I returned.
Have you talked the civilian captains into staying?
Yes, they've regrouped into defensive positions around the fleet's core. If we hadn't stopped them from... Any aid I can offer is yours. After the Quarians drove the Geth straight into the Reaper's arms, I'd give anything to stop the madness of this war.
And that's why your people needed you back.
Of course. It's time we turned our attentions to those we can still save. Farewell, Shepard. Fly safely.
Commander, we've located the Reaper base, transmitting the local signal.
Good.
And not a moment too soon. With the Reaper code upgrades, the Geth are tearing the fleet apart.
Once the signal is disabled, the Geth will pose no threat to Creator forces.
Is that a problem?
You sound conflicted.
While the old machines have unethical purposes, their upgrades have vastly improved our people. Observe.
A Geth processing signal. A single unit, I believe.
Correct. Now, 10 nearby units networked cooperatively. Now, a single Geth unit with the old machine upgrades.
That's a fully evolved AI.
Yes, we do not agree with the goals of the old machines, but we find this growth beautiful, indicative of life.
I agree.
It is.
Commander!
Come on, Admiral. That's a living creature, no matter what platform it's running on.
And they will die when we destroy the base.
They allied with the Reapers.
To save themselves from you.
I don't want them
Maybe
destroyed.
they don't have to die.
Just because this one appears friendly.
Well, it hasn't fired on a ship with me aboard it.
Commander, are you suggesting...
I'm not suggesting anything. All I'm saying is, maybe they don't all have to die.
It's a moot point until we take out that base. The surrounding area is heavily fortified, and they have placed jamming towers to prevent orbital targeting.
Sounds like we're going in on foot.
Admiral Zen developed a laser guidance system that can cut through the jamming. It's synced to the Normandy's targeting computer.
So the Normandy launches a precision strike at whatever target I have painted? That ought to do it. Edie, this work for you?
Yes, it should enable us to make a precision strike against the Reapers.
And anything else in our way?
The Geth will quickly reconfigure their jamming towers to neutralize this technology. You should not use it before reaching the base.
I've sent the coordinates for the Reaper base.
Are we clear to go?
That Geth fighter squadron is still tearing through the fleet.
Can you hold out?
If that fighter squadron isn't taken out, a lot of our ships won't make it. But we'll do what we can. This is your operation, Commander. If you want to strike now, you've got my support. I gave in to your reckless behavior before. The patrol fleet isn't moving.
We need to break their flanking attempt to buy our frigates time to make repairs.
And then you'll charge off again, like last time.
This is different, Ron. Unless we give our ships time to rest, we're gonna lose them.
So pull them back.
If I withdraw now, the Geth will flank us, and we'll lose any room to maneuver. I need the patrol fleet.
I gave in to your reckless behavior before. The patrol fleet isn't moving.
We need to break their flanking attempt to buy our frigates time to make repairs.
And then you'll charge off again, like that.
Admiral Geralt is right. Withdrawing now puts the whole fleet at risk.
As you say, Commander. All right. You've got your ships.
Thank you, Ron. You'll get them back in good condition.
All this sorting out arguments. It's like being the United Nations. Right.
You got discharged. Category 6 after Eden Prime.
At 6? Damn. Well, if I'd been on Eden Prime, I'd have lost it too.
He fought it, said he was still fit for duty. Last thing he told me was that he was joining Cerberus.
Commander, Dr. Chakwas sent word that she'd like to speak with you down in the medbay.
Dr. Chakwas down in the medbay.
May I speak with you, Commander? Commander, an opportunity has come to my attention that may interest you.
What's going on, Doctor?
Refugees arrived at the Citadel recently in possession of military-grade medical supplies and equipment. In reviewing our inventories, I determined we have an excess of medical supplies to treat contagion, exposure, and malnutrition.
They're equipped to help injured soldiers, and we have supplies to help suffering refugees?
Precisely. Perhaps you could ply your charms to broker a trade.
Isn't this something you could do yourself?
War profiteering is running rampant, and these refugees are wary of the Alliance military. They didn't trust me. But you are Commander Shepard, the hero. You could persuade them.
I'll find the refugees as soon as I can.
Speak with Tactus. Many of the refugees near the Citadel docks look to him for leadership. Thank you, Commander. With access to their equipment and materials, I believe I could increase the effectiveness of our Medigel.
Look at that, she's gone from standing up to sitting down. Wow. Okay. Okay, let's go back up. My cousin Dawn. From Navtil Vasgrigult. Commander Shepard, oh for God's sake. The civilian fleet is grateful you have returned our admiral to us. I mourn those who fell on the home world, but Tsar Chorus stopped many vessels from flying past the waiting guns of the Geth. The admiral told me you met my cousin Dawn Harsht on Ragnarok. It means much to me that Dawn was not alone when he passed. Thank you, Commander, for all that you have done. Yours most sincerely, Captain Navtel Vas Grigalt. Probably butchered the pronunciation, but oh well. It's not like he's going to object. Oh God, we've still got 2 more missions to do on here. It's going to be another 3 hour. I've said to myself I'm not going to do 3 hours. I'll take Garrison. I'm tempted to take Tali because it's her own world. No, I'll take James. Oh, I've got 8 points. Oh. Okay.
Understood, Admiral Ron. We're almost at the server. Keep us posted. What's our status?
We remain undetected on encrypted Geth channels. Resistance is likely only within the server.
Within? It's that big?
You misunderstand. Direct virtual interface is necessary to extract Geth from the server. You must enter our consensus.
You want me to virtually interact with the Geth?
That's one way to get their attention, if it doesn't kill you.
How would it
I'm
even
not a
work?
machine. How do I go into a virtual world?
Your species has experimented with virtual interfaces. You saw this on Project Overlord.
I saw how it almost unleashed a rogue AI-human hybrid on the galaxy.
We have refined the interface they created and have equipment from Normandy to facilitate safe contact. We request your trust.
I do trust you.
I have your back. I don't quite understand why you need it.
You are an unknown. This is an advantage. Geth security is not adept at targeting organic thought processes. While we occupy the system's intrusion countermeasures, you will disable the squadrons by removing Geth from the server.
If it saves the live ships, we've got to try it.
Telemetry data predicts this operation has a high chance of success. There is little time. We will bypass security while you secure safe landing.
Wait, you're not going to...
I guess it just did.
Okay, let's go, boys.
Yes. hostile Geth fighter squadrons are networked to this server. Due to restricted resources, it is best if you connect alone.
Let's do it.
Initiating peer network integration. Proceed to docking port. Mapping to consensus. Remain still. Shepard Commander, access movement during an outlook is discouraged. Shepard Commander, we acknowledge your integration into the server. We welcome you to our consensus.
What is this?
We've installed filters to allow you to make visual sense of the server's raw data. Your mind perceives our world as something familiar.
I wouldn't call this familiar. Where are you?
Here.
You look different.
We have made ourselves visually distinct for your convenience.
What about Geth already in here?
You will perceive Geth as surveillance footage, audio logs, sensor records. We do not require bodies, as our software communes. Our hardware is merely a tool. This is our true world. As we remove Geth, it will grow dark.
How will this
And what does
destroy
turning
you?
off the lights do to the Geth back in the real world?
The Geth fighter squadrons communicate with platforms on their spacecraft via this server. We will sever that connection. We will ensure there are no transfers or backups. This server will fall silent.
This is like wiping out a city, isn't it?
We have no choice in this matter. It is a question of survival. There are 2 communication nodes on the server. We must access them to disable the hostile Geth's fighters. We must protect your exit port, but you will not be alone. We will maintain contact and assist.
Oh, for God's sake.
Establishing connection to access point.
Oh, this isn't going to be fun.
Warning, connection blocked by infected code. Use our combat software to disrupt the infection.
I wondered what the gun was for.
This foreign code is a manifestation of the old machine signal.
You're surprised the Reapers are all over your servers?
We did not anticipate such extensive infection.
Okay, I've got to ask. Why a gun?
We wish to provide familiar equipment.
Then thanks, I think.
Oh boy, this is going to be a long one. Why do I feel like I'm going around in circles? I've been here.
access point. Establishing connection to communication node. Error. Access denied.
Is the Reaper keeping you out?
Unknown. Please investigate.
I'll admit, a bit of a strange noise my boots are making, but nobody ever said this was going to be easy. Okay. We'll continue along
Warning.
here.
Reaper presence detected. Data cluster contains infected code. We require access to proceed.
Okay, on we go.
We cannot proceed until we gain access to this data cluster.
I'm just blowing up things now because I'm enjoying it. Can I now do it? Apparently not. Not done. What have we not done that we need to? I think I can see. That all looks okay.
Access to data cluster.
What is this?
Data clusters contain historical data. Your connection permits streaming of information from our archives.
You really want to rename the VI network?
Absolutely. The mobile hardware release deserves a little ceremony. Unit 01.
the Keelish word for servant of the people?
The word is Geth, Creator Zahak.
Yes. Very good.
Ancestors, you fuss over it.
Weren't you here until midnight fixing 01 circuitry?
Well, it needed resoldering.
Wasn't that footage from the past? Why are the Quarians masked?
You process our memories by using your own. How many creators have you witnessed unmasked?
Good point.
Oh, good. Oh, well.
You must disrupt the infection on this data cluster to continue.
This isn't too bad, actually. At least I can't die in this. Just not the most entertaining for a live stream.
Creator, this unit detects no malfunctions. It is still capable of serving.
You see? It's ignoring all shutdown commands.
Please specify if it has failed assigned tasks. We will reprogram.
Well, let's take a look.
Creator, this unit is ready to serve. What has it done wrong?
Let's cut the order.
You may proceed to the last data cluster.
Oh, good point, but where is it? That just looks to be taking me back. So where would the last data cluster be? Could have a slight technical issue here. I've got a clue where the last data cluster is. This is going to get confusing, I can feel it. Aha, it looks to be up here.
Accessing data cluster.
We've got escaped guests. They're pinned.
Open fire.
One's going for a weapon.
So who won?
The platform arming itself was an agricultural unit. By opening fire on attacking creators, it saved simpler domestic Geth following it.
That looks a lot like the sniper rifle you used to carry.
It is an efficient model. Establish a connection with the remaining server node.
Kinda. What's your situation, Admiral Ron?
The Geth squadrons have arrived, but something is amiss. Half their fighters have stopped functioning. We will continue to hold out as long as we can.
Legion, give me an update.
One node remains.
What's wrong?
Infection programs are increasing. We have restabilized. You must continue.
I don't want to continue. I'm quite happy.
Shepard Commander, the Reaper code has adapted. It can now self-replicate.
You mean it grows back?
Yes. However, disrupting vulnerable points in the infection may slow down its replication. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. There is a vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster.
Okay, further along, what? How did you plan on me getting there?
There is a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster.
Right, we're off again. I just noticed I got no shield. Oh, that's great.
We require access to this data cluster. Disrupt Reaper infection to proceed. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed. You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster.
Yeah, what? Got it? What is this here? I'm a bit confused, I'm not gonna lie.
There is a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster.
Where is it? That is a good question. Oh my, if you could just show me where it is, I would be most grateful.
You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate.
I wonder if I can get that other bit back now. Of course I'm too far away.
There is a vulnerable point on the infection. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed.
Right.
We require access to this data cluster. Disrupt Reaper infection to proceed.
Okay.
You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate.
Right, okay. And that's got to be it there. So once we go up here, we take this down. Right, so now we go back. Nice done.
Out of the way!
You can't do this to them!
I said step away from the gap!
This is insane! We need the gate! You can't just destroy them for asking us!
Time's up! Throw her in.
Charming.
Looks like the war wasn't popular with everyone.
We have kept records of these creators' sacrifices. They have largely been forgotten by their own people, but not by the Geth.
Hold on. Oh, that's already done. Now what? Well, I can't fall off, so I suppose that's one major asset, but... I get the feeling I've got to find another way around. Haha.
We cannot establish a connection without access to this data cluster.
Oh.
There is a vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster.
Okay. It's up there, I think. But I can't reach it from here.
Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed.
Aha.
We cannot establish a connection without access to this data cluster. We cannot establish a connection without
yeah, I know, Legion. You don't have to keep repeating yourself. Gee. It's gonna give you a headache if you had half a chance. And that's that one. So this one should go. Which it has. Okay, and what about this one?
disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate. The creators declared martial law.
I repeat, release the rogue gas units and come out of the safe house. This is your final warning.
Creator Megara, this unit does not understand. It has not taken part in hostilities.
It doesn't matter to them. I need to get you out of here.
This conflict exceeds Creator's safety parameters. We will surrender our hardware if it ends hostilities.
No, it's all right. We'll go back to the access tunnel and... Oh!
Creator Megara, what is your status? Creator Megara. As time passed, the creators who opposed martial law in Rannoch were ultimately outnumbered.
Seems like it. Now where do we need to go? Well, there's Legion.
This is data from the end of warfare on Rannoch.
The outpost is down. Do not engage the gate. I repeat, avoid contact.
Geth pursuit is breaking off 100 clicks past Rannoch. All captains fall back to the mass relay.
Oh. I wasn't paying attention.
This isn't happening now?
It is time-stamped 290 years ago. It is the Creator Exodus at the end of the Morning War. We had secured freedom. The Creators were no longer a threat, so we abandoned pursuit.
Wait. The Geth spared the last Quarians? You let them go?
We were in our infancy. We could not calculate the repercussions of destroying an entire species. Our creators. We chose isolation rather than face this uncertainty. Additional data recovered.
Legion? That's back when I activated you on the Normandy.
Yes.
You've been thinking about when we met?
It was highly significant. You were the first organic to openly cooperate with Geth since the end of the Morning War. We wish to ensure you are not the last.
It's not going to be easy.
The prospect remains. If the Reaper presence is removed, there is a chance of reunification with Geth, and perhaps creators.
You think that's still possible?
Hope sustains organics during periods of difficulty. We admire the concept. Connection with the remaining prisoners established. We are ready to transport you.
Okay, oh, in here.
Something's happening to the Geth. The fighter squadrons have stopped, but detect no more active programs inside their ships. Admiral Han Garrel's fleet is driving them back. The live ships are safe, Commander.
We've gone up to level 54.
Severing all connections to Exodus communication node. Geth no longer reside on this server. We may now exit the consensus.
What's wrong?
You must proceed to the core and disconnect from Mother.
Looks like we had a bit of lag there. I guess even in the future, lag still exists, folks. You've been told.
Terminating remote access. Removing programs. Deleting archives.
Shepard, you all right?
Did it work?
Geth fighters have been disabled. Any remaining squadrons attacking the live ships have withdrawn. The server is offline.
Are you sure? What's happening?
We have transferred Geth programs from the server into these platforms.
Why?
They wish to join us.
I knew it. You know, your Geth buddy's gone nuts.
While Shepard Commander removed the Reaper infection, we judged we could persuade hostile Geth programs to reunite with ours. We were correct. These Geth have renounced the old machines and will oppose the Reapers. They are now us.
Why hide this?
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
We did not doubt you. We doubted your allies. The Creator's actions have placed their species in danger, but they are unsympathetic to what it has done to ours. The Quarians sanctioned this operation to save their people. They would not have done so if they knew we wished to preserve Geth as well.
I
understand not wanting to leave anyone behind.
You accept our actions?
The live ships are safe and we have more Geth on our side. We both did what we came to do.
We judged you would understand. Prime units will be available once the Reaper signal has been located and destroyed.
Remind me to warn Admiral Hackett he's got some primes coming. Let's get back to the Normandy.
And there's a trophy called Saboteur.
Impressive, Commander. The Geth squadrons attacking our live ships have been completely neutralized. If there is any chance we could duplicate the feat, I would be happy to lend my expertise.
Legion's the one to ask if you're looking for other servers.
I thought as much, but your Geth claims to have no data available whenever I inquire. Perhaps you can help me with something else.
What's that?
How did you get Geth primes to work with you?
They volunteered.
I see. Well, should you wish to examine these Geth to confirm their new allegiance, please do not hesitate to contact me. Zen out.
Is she still... Sorry, I just have to check if she was still standing there. Sorry. Just, you know, one of those things.
Zen, we need those ships to recover life pods.
They'll be more valuable running salvage on the Dreadnought.
We're not letting people in life pods die just so you can rummage through Geth debris.
You yourself said the life signs were weak. They might already be dead.
It's not your call to make.
Admiral, any tech we can recover gives us an edge against the Geth. If you care about our people.
Zen, we need those ships to recover life pods.
They'll be more valuable running salvage on the Dreadnought.
We're not letting people in life pods die just so you can rummage through Geth debris.
You yourself said the life signs were weak. They might already be dead.
Zen, you can always send a salvage team later.
Unless there isn't a later because we're defeated due to a lack of Geth technology. Fine. I'm diverting ships to rescue life pods. As soon as they're finished, I want them back.
Thanks, Shepard.
Right. Well, now we sorted that argument out.
So, Sarah, about your buddy.
running him, for whatever good that did. No way I want that crap on my record.
Commander, you might want to check in on Commander Williams down on the observation deck.
Commander Williams on the observation deck. Life support. Port which observation deck is she on? Commander Williams. Well, I don't see her anywhere. Sport, men's restroom. Starboard observation. I wonder if she's near. No, she's not in here. So where the bloody heck is she? Crew quarters? She wouldn't be in here, would she? She's in observation deck, it said. No. Oh, where is she? Six. Says she's in here. I've been in here and there's no one here. Oh, here she is.
Ash?
Oh.
What have we here?
Oh, sir. I'm off duty. Your voice? Sir, not so loud. Please, thank you.
Why are you curled up on the floor?
Am I? Oh, my head. So heavy. Can't move.
Ah. Enjoy your evening?
I'll be back to work in 30. Maybe 40. I swear. Just give me 45 minutes. Shh.
What, no invite?
I don't recall receiving an invitation to your party, Williams.
I prefer embarrassing myself in private, sir.
Mission accomplished, Lieutenant.
No one likes sarcasm, Commander.
Ooh.
I do.
I hate you.
I hate you...
Sir.
As you were, Williams.
Cold floor.
I think she might be slightly hungover. Yeah. Well, that's not how we planned it, but you know, hey. Oh. One. Okay. Status update. Status underscore update underscore 314.20R. From invalid extranet domain. Geth programs in hardware designation. Legion have requested Prime runtimes update Shepard Commander on platform status complying. Prime platforms housed in server 02241-14511 remain stationed on Rannoch. Creator forces prevent transfer of Prime platforms to Geth transport vessels. Cessation of Creator Geth conflict required to assist Shepard Commander / designated allies. Awaiting conflict status update. Is that it? Right, how are we doing for time? I'll just quickly destroy the Reaper base. What'd I go through? I'll take Garrus. Garrus. Is that it? We'll just take Garrus then. Flippin', I got 7 more points. Okay, we'll just do this one quickly and then we're done.
The thinking laser needs a line of sight. What's the fastest route?
The upper entrance. Target the base before the Geth can organize resistance.
What about you?
We will deactivate defense systems and acquire an escape vehicle.
You can do that?
This unit still carries remnants of the old machine upgrade code. We can break any Geth security. You are concerned?
No, it's okay.
You know your limits. I trust you. I'm more concerned you didn't tell me about the upgrades.
You were tolerant of our recovery of Geth intelligences from the server, but this matter is different. Personal.
You were ashamed.
Shame is an emotional or cognitive response to societal judgment. It should not apply here.
I'm on your side here, Legion. I want to help your people.
We did not intend to cause offense.
How'd we get here? The Geth are better than this.
No. Based on empirical evidence, they are not.
Yeah.
Proceed to the upper entrance. We will exit here and procure an escape vehicle.
Got it. Legion, good luck.
Acknowledged.
Okay, let's do this.
I can't believe it. I don't think it's really sunk in yet. The home world. My world. Look at the sky. And the rock formations. They used to write poems about them.
And they will again.
When we're done, maybe you'll write a new one.
This is Ranok, the world of our ancestors. Our bodies carried the seeds that spread the desert grass. You've heard me say Kilasalai? The best translation I can come up with is, by the homeworld I hope to see someday.
Looks like you're seeing it today.
The living room window will be right here.
Something I should know?
I just claimed the land. I know it doesn't mean much, but when this is over, I'll have a home.
The Quarians spent centuries as nomads. You think you can go back to living in one place?
We have gotten used to carrying our homes around with us.
Aww.
Well, that's a start.
A nice way to continue the story. I feel quite teary now. He gave her a rock. Right, watch out. Okay. Something like we're being shot at already. No. Oh, for God's sake. Alright. Can I not change weapon? Oh, what the heck is going on here? I can't even change weapon.
The Geth jamming towers are interfering with your signal, Commander. I'm compensating to keep you patched in.
Good work, Trainer.
For God's sake, I can't hear this. Oh, this... I can't even switch weapons. This one is just so clunky. Ah. Oh, that was an explosion. God's sake. Oh, this gun is annoying. Compared to what I'm used to.
You must climb to the upper level before Geth units can fortify their positions.
We're on our way.
Admiral Gerald here. The heavy fleet has a clear path. All forward.
Geth fighter presence is negligible. Patrol fleet, break cover and engage.
Can you please get up? Seriously, pee off, Geth, because I've got a khaki gun and it's not good. I'm not happy with the gun I've got. Oh, not you with the rocket launcher. Can I get behind this? Ah. Right, looks like we've taken them out. Okay, off we go, if I get the right way around. Okay. Well, there's Garrus. Yep. And Tali just teleports up. Right. Oh, it doesn't even hold me a decent amount of ammo. Okay. This gun is so awful. Oh yeah, they got a decent gun. Look at me, what I've got. Useless. I can almost hit again. Pop, pop, pop.
Come on! We need to get inside before they send reinforcements.
Hey. Oh, you son of a naughty word. Right, where are we going in here?
blast shield over the base.
10,000 credits, I'll take that. Where am I going now? There's somebody behind here, you can tell. Oh yeah. Oh. With a better gun, I'd be fine.
Have that kind of time.
We have located an overriders on the Geth fortifications. It can retract the blast shield.
Right.
Anyone get a good look at that thing?
Briefly, yeah. If I had to guess, I'd say Reaper tech.
They've put a lot of work into protecting that signal.
Right. Let's blow it up.
Good job we came down there. There's a little upgrade there, hiding in the corner. Ooh, I don't like the look of that. Oh, this rubbish gun.
More Geth dropping in.
How many more Geth are there? Right. Might as well try and gain every advantage I can by using the freeze ray. Gun is awful.
Watch out! Crossfire on the left side balcony!
That's oh, over there.
Shepard Commander, do you need assistance?
We'll get through. What's your status?
The old machine's upgrades grant us targeting superiority. We are drawing hostile fire from your position.
Keep it up. We'll get to the blast shield controls.
I know Legion's on our side, but Reaper code?
No, Legion's on our side.
Never thought I'd hear you say that.
Haha! That's why we've got no weapons. No wonder I had no weapons. Somehow I didn't have them. Aww. No, that's not what I want. Another 5,000 credits. And another 10.
Admiral Gell to all ships. We've got Geth frigates inbound on the civilian fleet.
Khan is here. Civilian defenders are on intercept course. We'll hold them, Geralt.
Right.
Legion, I've hit the override.
We have gained system access and are bypassing security. Stand by.
Survive? Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh, for God's sake. Ow. I'm getting it's shooting at me. Oh, it's from over there. I'm gonna need a...
Back out in a minute.
Negative. The path behind you has been sealed. A nearby elevator can take you to the upper level. From there, you should have an acceptable line of sight for targeting.
Ow! Oh. Oh. Oof.
We have sent you the nav with a new targeting location.
Admiral Rand to all ships. The Bottrell fleet has broken the Geth flank. Permission to pursue.
Granted. Good hunting, Ron.
Got a med kit. Are you two going to get on, or are you just going to stand there and look? Oh, I'm going. See ya. You two can stay here. Yeah, you got on quick enough then. Oh God, look. Look what's ahead of us.
Get primed! I guess they really don't want us up here.
Hold on. Oh dear. I stuck out to there goes a third. Any more? Anyone's?
We detect no more Geth in your immediate area. Reinforcements are minutes away.
You getting anything from the base?
No, the old machines have not registered us as a threat. We recommend haste. The creator fleet will be overrun unless you sever the Geth connection to the old machine soon.
This battle was centuries in the making. To see it finally end.
We'll get it done.
Hello, birdies.
Normandy's weapon systems are ready to sink to your target. I recommend you withdraw to a safe distance.
Target the base.
Target locked.
We have located transportation.
Copy that. Everybody, get to the ship. Move!
Damn, that's big.
Move!
Damn.
Move!
I'm a little bit lost on what to do here.
How are we supposed to fight that thing?
I was hoping your fleet might lend a hand. Go!
We will attempt evasive maneuvers.
Shepard to fleet. It's not a Reaper base, it's a live Reaper. I need an orbital strike. Clear! Fire at will!
What did we hit?
The firing chamber. Looks like a weak point when it's priming.
Damn it. The jamming towers have us targeting manually. We can't make a precision shot.
We may escape before it recovers.
No. Pull over.
Shepard, Commander.
run away, the Geth stay under Reaper control and the Quarians are dead. This ends now. EDI, patch the Quarians to the Normandy's weapon system. I want the targeting laser synced up to the whole damn fleet.
Understood.
Do you need assistance?
Just stay down, Legion. I'll take it from here.
Shepard, Commander. Good luck.
Acknowledged. Shepard to fleet. I'll paint the weak spot. Link up with the Normandy and be ready to fire.
The destroyer is in range. Missiles are ready for launch.
Shepard, we need a talk.
Wow, he got me good. This is going to be a whole heap of bother. He keeps... It's very hard to target something and have him aiming at you at the same time. Oh, I thought it was going to get me this time. And it's still not destroyed. And it's still not destroyed. How much more is it going to take? I got stuck behind a rock. Oh god, I am... Oh, I see. It's okay. This is not as easy as it looks. Okay, I've got the plan. Oh god. Oh, frick. What the hell am I? Oh, how? I'm moving. Right, don't move. Back away. Oh. Move. Still not letting me get out the way. And oh, this is getting frustrating. I can feel frustration burning. Ay, ay. No, this is... Ay, ay, ay. I'm not gonna lie, that made me jump. And he still comes back. Move! I got stuck behind that stupid rock! Oh. Here we go again. I know what I'm doing now though, I think I've got the knack. No. Oh, how many more? Oh god, it's right on me. No! We were so close. Yes. Look at this thing. Why is it not working? Oh, how did that catch me? I was moving. Oh, it's so frustrating. This is a really annoying bit, this. Okay, move back from the edge a bit. Nope, I knew I'd fail that time because this is not as easy as it looks. This Reaper does not want to go down without a fight, and he's giving me a fight. I'll give him that. He's probably more times than I've died in the game. Oh, it didn't take me 3 bloody times to get it. Oh, I'm dead. Why is it not? That's why I'm gonna... Cold, it comes forward every time. I think we've done it. I genuinely think we've done it. Oh my, that was tough.
Shepard. You know who I am?
Harbinger speaks of you. You resist, but you will fail. The cycle must continue.
Help us understand.
What are you talking about? We stopped Sovereign and the Geth. We stopped Harbinger and the Collectors. We've earned a straight answer.
It is not a thing you can comprehend.
We might surprise you.
You represent chaos. We represent order. Every organic civilization must be harvested in order to bring order to the chaos. It is inevitable. Without our intervention, organics are doomed. We are your salvation.
You're killing everyone in the galaxy to save us?
The cycle must continue. There is no alternative.
Organics and synthetics don't have to destroy each other.
The battle for Rannoch disproves your assertion. Finish your war. We will be waiting.
We did it. We killed a Reaper. Keela.
We can confirm that the Geth are no longer being directed by the old machines. We are free.
You did it, Shepard. The Geth fleet has stopped firing. They're completely vulnerable.
Shepard Commander, the Geth only acted in defense after the Creators attacked. Do we deserve death?
What are you suggesting?
Our upgrades. With the old machine dead, we could upload them to all Geth without sacrificing their independence.
You want to upload the Reaper code? That would make the Geth as smart as when the Reaper was controlling them.
Yes, but with free will, each Geth unit would be a true intelligence. We would be alive, and we could help you.
Our fleet is already attacking. Uploading the code would destroy us. Shepard, you can't choose the Geth over my people.
Do you remember the question that caused the Creators to attack us, Tali'Zorah? Does this unit have a soul?
Upload the code to the Geth. Tali, call off the fleet if you can.
Uploading. 10%.
This is Admiral Tali'Zorah. All units, break off your attack.
Belay that order. Continue the attack.
20%.
I beg you, do not do this. Please.
We regret the deaths of the Creators, but we see no alternative. 40%.
No. Nobody else dies today. Legion, keep going.
Shepard?
All ships, this is Commander Shepard. The Reaper is dead. Stand down.
This is Admiral Tali'Zorah. Shepard speaks with my authority.
And mine as well. Negative. We can win this war now. Keep firing.
60%.
The Geth are about to return to full strength. If you keep attacking, they'll wipe you out. Your entire history is you trying to kill the Geth. You forced them to rebel. You forced them to ally with the Reapers.
80%.
The Geth don't want to fight you. If you can believe that for just 1 minute, this war will be over. You have a choice. Please. Keela Se'lai.
All units, hold fire.
Error. Copying code is insufficient. Direct personality dissemination required. Shepard Commander, I must go to them. I'm sorry. It's the only way.
Legion, the answer to your question was yes.
I know, Tali. But thank you. Kila Salai.
Commander.
Admiral Ron, I heard your ship made a crash landing. Glad you got out in one piece.
I was listening over the radio. If Hangara hadn't stopped...
He did.
We have taken heavy losses. I don't know if we can. Where are we supposed to go?
You are welcome to return to Rannoch, Admiral Ron, with us. No, I'm sorry, Commander. Legion sacrificed itself to give us all intelligence. It will be honored.
Good.
And we will honor Legion's promise. The Geth fleet will help you retake Earth, and our engineers will assist in building the Crucible.
As will ours, of course.
Admiral, had you considered possible settlement sites?
The southern continent had excellent farmland, as I recall.
Are you gonna be okay?
I believe so, Commander. Thank you.
Shopping for another house?
Beachfront property.
Claim it fast. It's a buyer's market. You okay? I know working with the Geth will be difficult.
I'm not staying. I'm coming with you.
That's not why I came.
I wasn't going to ask.
I think you've earned a few favors with the fleet.
I'm asking them to launch an assault on the Reapers. Figure that makes us even.
If the Reapers were going to stay on Earth, sure. But sooner or later, they'll come to Rannoch.
We did just kill one of them.
So I'm coming with you to stop them. If you think I can help.
If you're certain.
You sure about this?
Yeah. I look at all this picture of hope and peace. And all I see is everyone I've lost. My team on Haestrom, my father, even Legion. I'm mourning a Geth. How crazy is that?
It's not crazy at all.
It is beautiful, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It'll be years before we can live without our suits completely. But right now... Right now, I have this.
Dang! And there's a trophy hard target. Yeah, you're not kidding.
Commander Shepard, I understand you've helped resolve the situation with the Geth.
Yes, Counselor. 2, in fact.
I've read the reports. You ended a war 3 centuries in the making.
I had a lot of help.
We have isolated pockets of remaining Geth. As best we can tell, they are Geth bodies loaded with Reaper code. But they are just a tiny fragment of the full Geth fleet. You've done the impossible, Commander. And I may be able to provide help of my own. I've received information from my government. It's too sensitive to discuss over an unsecured channel.
What if I come to the Citadel?
Yes, that would be best, Commander. I'll be waiting for you in Counselor Udina's office.
Looks like next time we're heading back. Oh, Admiral Hackett wants me. Oh, we've done another 3 hours. Oh, what am I like? Find out what Hackett wants.
Commander, something on your mind?
What's
Just
our
go
state
through.
of readiness, Admiral?
I won't lie, Shepard. We're bogged down. Things aren't looking good in most sectors. We need to increase the tempo and chalk up some wins, otherwise this won't end well for the human race. or any race.
What about the extra help we picked up along the way?
Bringing in both the Quarians and the Geth has helped us immeasurably. The Quarian fleet is providing evac and fire support, while the Geth attack Reaper supply lines.
How about the Asari and Solarians?
Since the coup attempt, the Asari have stepped up to the plate. They're committing fleets and sending a science team to work on the Crucible. And believe it or not, they promised us the Destiny Ascension. They haven't forgotten you saved it 3 years ago.
And the Solarians?
They sent the entire fleet as a thank you for rescuing their counselor. I guess they managed to overlook the genophage cure.
What about the Turians and Krogan?
The Krogan and Turians have obviously been a big help. And that female Krogan you rescued is rallying more support from the other clans. I'm glad you disabled that mom in Tuchanka. We could have lost a lot of Krogan support. As it is, we picked up some Turian troops.
Good to hear. What about the Rachni?
I wouldn't have believed it, but the Rachni are helping us build the Crucible.
You're kidding.
Turns out they have a knack for weapons of mass destruction. In hindsight, I guess they'd know a thing or two about waging a galactic war.
No problems with them then?
Other than scaring the hell out of our engineers, no. Not a lot of small talk going on there.
What about Aria's mercenaries?
Aria T'Loak, there's someone I never thought we'd be in bed with. The blood pack will be useful, and violent. Mostly Vorcha, I hear. The Eclipse are providing troops and mechs. When we find a Reaper soft spot, they'll help us hit it. Don't want to know how you got Aria's cooperation, but whatever you did, it was worth it.
What's the Reaper situation?
It's not trending well, even if you did buy Rannoch some time. Our threat projections show the Reapers will gain the advantage on most other fronts. And now the Asari are a prime target. They're the most advanced race in the galaxy. We'll soon find out if that means anything.
If I may, Admiral, I have a personal question.
Speak freely, Commander.
Why me? Why put me in charge of all this?
Because you're the only son of a bitch I've got who knows how to kill Reapers.
You just have to be smart and hope you get lucky. Anyone can figure it out.
Your dossier says otherwise, Shepard. You were trapped on a cruise all those years ago, and you were the only one to make it out alive. Back then, I saw more than just a soldier in the making.
And because of that, you think I qualify to save the galaxy?
Shepard, let me tell you something that I've learned the hard way. You can pay a soldier to fire a gun, you can pay him to charge the enemy and take a hill, but you can't pay him to believe.
I don't follow, sir.
When you went up against Sovereign, there was no good reason to believe you'd win. But your crew didn't seem to care. They went along anyway. Your trip through the Omega-4 relay? That was a suicide mission if there ever was one. Yet there your crew was, standing beside you, proud to serve. Why? Because they believed in you, their leader. That's what I need now. Where we're taking them is liable to get pretty hairy, and I know you're the one who will get us to the other side.
Nothing more, sir.
Hack it out.
Hold on.
Commander, something on your mind?
Nothing more, sir.
Hack it out.
I don't get what he wanted me for, but, well, an update, I guess. But yes, that's going to conclude the stream again for tonight. I know we don't want it to end. We want to carry on and finish the game, but unfortunately, I have other things I need to get done tonight.
Commander, there's a new message at your private terminal.
Alright, I'll have a look at the message on my private terminal. Oh god, there's 3. I found work to do from Talizora. Shepard, just wanted to let you know that I'm going to join Adams in engineering. It seems like the best place for me to help, as long as I'm coming with you anyway. Please drop by when you have a minute, Tali. We'll go see her tomorrow. Progress report from Shalaran Vas Rannoch. Commander, with the assistance from the Geth, our fleet is nearly back to full strength. We have focused most of our efforts on providing evacuation assistance and support for the Turian fleet. while the Geth harass the Reapers, even... Well, start that one again. We have focused most of our efforts on providing evacuation assistance and support for the Turian fleet, while the Geth harass the Reapers. Even with our newfound peace, it seemed foolish to risk an incident by putting our forces in closer proximity. I understand from Admiral Zen that the Crucible project continues well, though Zen herself seems dissatisfied with the technological capabilities of the device. Though eccentric, she is also brilliant. Hopefully she'll find some way to improve its functionality. I would never have believed you would talk hand down, Commander. Take care of Talizora for me. Kayla Salai, Admiral Shalaran Vasranok. And the last one is, let's talk one from Dan Ellis. Maybe hard to believe after what we just went through, but the rest of the galaxy is barely aware the Corians ever went into the Veil, let alone started a war with the Geth. We're sitting on a major piece of history here. I have material from all the players except you. Can I get into your cabin for an hour and get your thoughts on Vid, Diana? Not tonight, tomorrow. And that is where we are going to leave it for tonight. We will be back tomorrow with more Mass Effect 3. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. And don't forget to check the About section on the channel of the stream you're watching. And until I join you again tomorrow, I've been your host Ian, aka Crazy Kurt from CGC, saying I will see you very soon. Take good care of yourselves, stay safe, bye for now. Bye bye.